Hey, what's up, y'all? Carmelay here. Just want to come on here and explain some things. I know it's been a pretty long while since I've did any content on this channel. I think the last video that's on here that I did was back in November of last year, of 2022. So back at it again. Guess I'm back in a vlogging mood, I guess. But I want to explain some things because I deleted the last video that I did on here, and some of you could have seen it if you are subscribed to me or know about this channel or whatever, but just in case you're not, or you don't know or didn't know, I deleted the last video I did on here because I had stated on that video that if there's any videos after December 2022 on the channel, that it's not me. The channel's been compromised because I lost access to it and things like that. But to make a long story short, that was the situation back then in December 2022. But now I have recovered and gained back access to the channel. So I'm just gonna leave it at that and not get into the big story of how and all that stuff, and just get on with what I want to say today. But I really miss podcasting, man. I wanted to talk about that. Well, since November or December of last year, 2022, just wanted to catch up on what things have been, what I've been up to and things like that since the last video on here before this one. I have started up a podcast called Shining Harmonious Light with Carmelay's Insight. That's found on Spotify. Just like the very first podcast I did called Harmony Healings that I was promoting on this channel sometime of 2022, last year. But I got hacked really bad when I did my very first podcast. And then, to make a long story short, I started a podcast this year, 2023. And I have 60 episodes on there. It is a spiritually themed podcast, just like my very first one that I did last year. That's the type of podcast that is. I brought forth messages, deep spiritual messages, and topics revolved around, spiritual warfare and things like that, and things I've learned, things I've noticed. I've stated things that I've learned throughout my spiritual journey, and things I've noticed in this earthly realm and things like that also. And I am wanting to do that some more, but I know I'm shadow banned on here, so I already know the deal on that. But my intention is to speak on here some more, but I wanted to wait till I had some different things to say and talk about, and I may be led to share channel messages on here like I did last year in 2022. I might not. I don't know at this time. But if that is the case, I will be expressing channel messages on this channel if I am led to. Okay, but if not, then I won't. I just wanted to actually see if this was going to work, because the device I'm on, I wasn't sure if this was even going to let me be live, but it is. So I know it's boring for this black screen type of stuff, but I'm not the only one that speaks and has content on YouTube with a black screen, but I know it's not appealing and appealing to the eye. It's not appealing to the eye, but my intention is to speak, certain messages that I am led to. It may be channeled messages that I am led to share. I may end up sharing deep spiritual messages in a way that I would have done on my podcast if I was still podcasting right now. I just have some ideas in my head. I don't know if I'm going to do just little black screen or blackout vlogging sessions on here on this channel, or if I just want to wait until I have certain channel messages that I, am led to share. But I don't want to go back into the story of my YouTube journey, but I've been shadow banned and all that shit, but whatever. But I am a targeted individual, and I do get gang stalked, and the first time I learned about that was in 2018 when I lived in California. And so now it's 2023, and it's been 5 years that went by since I've been on my spiritual journey overall, and I've learned a lot of things. And I feel like whenever I'm led to share certain things that I've learned, then, I plan on doing that if I'm led to do so. And I see the comment, yes, I am a TI. Yes, I am. I guess I can talk about that since I have some feedback. Appreciate that. I wasn't expecting that. But anyway, yes, to the one that commented, yes, I am a TI. I am a target individual. I guess I can go into that again since I haven't been on this channel for a while. I can recap about my vlogging journey and how I learned about the target individual topic and gang stalking and things like that. And I guess that'll make sense to me doing that on here. So, which is, part of the reason why I'm not showing my face. I used to show my face when I first started this channel in 2020. But I'm going to get to that. I'm going to get to the story of how I even began my YouTube journey, period. Okay. But I first started my YouTube channel called Carmela A in 2018 when I lived in California. But when I first started that channel, I was only, being creative and all that. And I was, picking out free instrumentals and free beats. And I would, do little amateur songs and shit, being funny and, being fun with it and shit. And then months later, after I started that Carmela A YouTube channel, in the summer of that year, 2018, because I began that channel, I think it was like January or February of 2018. But months later, in the summer of that year, of 2018, that's when I started learning about the target individual and gang stalking topics. And then I began to go through heavy gang stalking. Heavy. And so I would vlog about that on that YouTube channel that I did at first. And I would go live on there. I would show my face and shit. One could still look on there on my old content if one was interested. But I got hacked and stuff, so I wasn't able to post on the Carmela A YouTube channel anymore. So when I had 100 and some subscribers, something happened with my email that I used to, have that account, and to, that Gmail account got hacked. So I wasn't able to post on Carmela A YouTube channel anymore. So in 2020 is when I started this channel, Carmela A Continued. That's why it's called Continued, because it's me continuing, posting and stuff. But as I became more deeper in my spiritual journey, I stopped only speaking about the target individual topic of gang stalking. I mention that because I am a TI, and I do know that, but I don't let that hinder me. I don't let that make me feel any type of negative way towards myself or anything like that. I just know that I am one. I am a TI, I am a target individual, and I just was doing my part because I was led to. I was doing my part to spread awareness about that and spread encouragement to other TIs like myself, other target individuals like myself. And that's what I was doing. But beginning, I think it was September of last year, that's when I began to become more deeper in my spiritual journey, and I began to receive a lot of spiritual downloads and spiritual type of messages, intuitive messages and stuff, more and more. And so I have some channel messages on my channel on this one. And the channel messages that I, received was all revolved around things that need to be investigated or things that are being investigated in the universe somewhere. Okay. And, I was just doing what I was led to do. And so when I lost access to this channel back in December 2022, I made that last video about that, but then I deleted it today. Since I recovered my access to post on this again and go live on here and all that, but I'm probably not going to show my face like I did when I first began this channel. I really miss podcasting, man. I think September of this year, September this year was the last episode or the last date that I did an episode back in September on my podcast on Spotify, that's found on Spotify, called Shining Harmonious Light with Carmela's Insight. Carmela is spelled the same way Carmela is spelled in this channel name, this YouTube channel name. But I was bringing forth deep spiritual messages that can help, encourage and motivate others to go on their own spiritual healing journey if they need to. Because spiritual warfare is at its all-time high, and I know that we all need some encouragement. So whoever is drawn to my content, the universe led you to it, or however you perceive a higher power, or I am a believer of the Most High God. I am a believer of God, and I have not been in church. I have not been in church for many years. I am not comfortable going to any churches. I was in church in my childhood, but as I tried to find a quote unquote church home, that did not go very well. So I just, was like, forget it. I'm just going to pray on my own, and just be in my spiritual journey on my own, and learn what I learn and pray and do the things I need to do and all that. So, but there has been a lot of things going on where I reside, and that may be some things I talk about in a future video in the future. But at this time right now, I'm just, brainstorming and stuff like that with ideas and stuff to, start to talk about on here. But I would suggest that if you are not on your spiritual journey yet, I would suggest whoever that is not, I would suggest that you try to do so. Do what you need to do to stay positive as you can. There's a lot of things going on with a lot of dark energy, malicious energy, a lot of dark occult practice type shit going on, and evil spell work and all that crap. And I've learned a lot, and that's some of the things I talked about on my podcast. Things like that. I would talk about things that I've learned about, certain spells and things like that, and how that, affects one's life, negatively, of course. So I have 60 episodes on my podcast that I did this year, but I don't feel like I'm going to be able to do any more podcast episodes this year like I thought I was. Back in the summer, I was planning on doing podcast episodes in the fall and winter, months of this year, but things have changed in my circumstances, so I'm only able to talk this way and express what I need to express in this way, even though I really do not prefer to do it in YouTube style because I've been shadow banned and shit. But whatever the Most High God is leading me to do, I'll do so. And someone might need some encouragement from me or some pointers about what to look at, in certain aspects of their life and things like that. I may talk about some things I talked about on my podcast. If you need help with certain things that you're struggling with during your spiritual warfare and your spiritual journey and stuff like that, I may speak of some things that I spoke on my podcast. Not saying it all over again, but I may speak of some, or mention, some episodes that may help one's spiritual journey, if I'm led to, speak about that. But as of right now, I'm just, testing the waters and seeing, if the live stream even go up. I had a lot of problems with that when I was more active on here, on this channel, in the past. But since I know I'm not able to do any more podcast episodes this year, like I was really, really looking forward to, I may just speak on here, and most of them will probably be blackout messages like this, black screen, but whatever I feel led to speak about, I will on here. I may speak about some topics that I would have spoke about on my podcast in future episodes that I wanted to speak things about on there, but I'll see. And I would like to also say that it is very, very important for all of us TIs, all of us, target individuals, chosen ones, and good-hearted people of the world. It is best for us to all seek encouragement and seek uplifting things and positive things, to lift your spirits and to keep you in a high vibration, because if you don't, you are not going to have a very pleasant time during the hard times that are going on right now. Even though things are going on, in certain places of the world that's negative and all that, that doesn't mean that we need to be. I've learned a lot, and I know that if I can overcome a lot of things very difficult, I know that I can be encouragement for others to not give up and to not, go into the deep end, so to speak. And I was reading a comment on my chat. I don't think that person's on live right now as me speaking right now, but I do appreciate that comment. Complimented my voice. The comment said on the live chat, it said, you have a nice voice for radio, comforting. And the person commented about where they're at and they're getting ready to go to bed and stuff and they said good night. I appreciate that person who gave me some feedback while I'm live. I appreciate that. I hope to have more feedback in the future, and I hope to be encouraging to other target individuals, chosen ones, good-hearted people that are going through tremendous spiritual warfare, and hard times going on. I just want to be encouragement and motivation for others to go on their own spiritual healing journey if they need to. And I'm glad to help with my words, of course. And I am looking forward to doing more videos on here. When I have things I really want to speak about, then I will. They won't always be so like this, okay? But if you are on your spiritual journey and if you are seeking a podcast to listen to that is spiritually themed, you can check out my podcast called Shining Harmonious Light with Carmelise Insight, which is found on Spotify. And my very first podcast I did called Harmony Healings, that's also found on Spotify as well. And Harmony is spelled HARMONNI. Harmony Healings. I believe I did 59 episodes on there. But I did 60 episodes on the podcast I did this year. But I don't feel like I'll do any more episodes on there. So I might just work on other things and also work on, brainstorming ideas for content on this channel since I'm doing this again. So to all the target individuals, chosen ones, and good-hearted people who listen to this, if you did listen to this all the way through, I commend you. I appreciate it. And I know it's not really appealing and popular style, but I do appreciate whoever listens to me on my podcast or on this, and I pray that my words really do help encourage the ones that need the encouragement, because spiritual warfare is at its all-time high, and it's all about how you deal with it. It's all about your mindset and how to not only be strong-willed, but be strong-minded too, because there's a lot of negative things going on, and all we can do is control ourselves. We can't control other people. We can control ourselves and how we deal with certain things and how we react to certain things, and but I know this video was all over the place, but I guess this is a vlogging talk session, I guess I can call it. And I'm going to end with the ending slogan line that I would say on my podcast. Have faith, stay hopeful, and stay strong. I'm out, y'all.